Welcome to The Witness Within. This is the first exercise in the Return to You 12-week self-guided practices or program. I don't really like the word program, but anyway, so witness, the witness within. This is such an important foundational practice because if we cannot see, we cannot change, right? If we are not able to see what we are truly, doing, how we're truly showing up, our actions, our language, our thoughts, our feelings, like how our body feels, how, we feel moving through environments. But this first week, it is so gentle. All you gotta do, and this is probably going to be the more challenging part, is I want you to almost step outside of your body as though you are witnessing yourself moving through existence. You're witnessing the language that you use, whether it's to yourself or to somebody else. You're witnessing, right, this thought pattern, these thoughts that are, potentially, do they reoccur? Are they the same thought? Is there a ton of thoughts happening? And then our actions, right? How do we carry ourselves? How are we moving through life? It's like, are you the woman who feels as though everybody's against you? Or are you potentially the woman that offends everybody and you just don't know it? Right? So it's like, these are the reasons why we want to first witness, because we want to truly go, oh my gosh, like I'm watching myself as though I'm outside of my body. And what I'm seeing is so much different than when we're living it, right? Because a lot of times we're just on autopilot. We're just go, go, go. We get up and we make these movements. We say the words. We, just might not even know what we have truly, going on in our head and thinking about. Or it's just, oh, I have to go to work. Oh, I hate going to work. Oh, I have to drop my kids off. And oh my God. And then the traffic. And then, it's like, oh, what am I going to make for dinner tonight? And like, it's just kind of this like, emotional heaviness, or these thought heavy, moments where it's not really a true thought. It's just kind of like, that this is the next task that has to happen. And that's just the only thing in your head. So we want to take a step back. And truly, for this whole week, every morning when you wake up, your intention is to even observe how you get up, right? Open your eyes and take a moment to say, today, I am a witness to myself. And even as you open your eyes, it's like, okay, I am opening my eyes to the first day as a witness. And even like almost like this little narration that happens. I know for myself, like I have been watching myself outside of my body for a long time. And it's impressive to me because there are still times that I do something and I go, God, I did not like that version. Oh, that was reactionary. It was unnecessary. And then I go, oh, and that was my shit. That wasn't anybody else's. That was my shit. And I just projected it onto somebody in a way that didn't make me feel congruent with the woman I know that I am and how I show up 98% of the time, because again, there's no perfection. So, but it's that kind of witnessing. It's where you are literally watching yourself move through life. You're watching yourself have a conversation with your husband, with your children, with your coworkers. You're watching yourself, through the grocery store. How do we show up? Are we the one who is the bombarding, pushy? Are we the one who causes people to have an ick? Or are we just, are we perceiving things? So it's kind of like looking at yourself and then going, wow, how is this woman really showing up? How does she show up to others? How does she show up to herself and for herself? It's like, are you just, over there going, I never fucking have time. I never have this. I never have that. I never, 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 never. And guess what? You'll never have it because you just always say you never do. So that's where language, right? So like, what is the language that we're using? Throughout this whole program, it's like, I'm not, going to make you sit in Indian style and meditate. It's like, I believe in an active meditation through life. I believe that when we become a witness to ourselves and we are actually present in the awareness, that is a meditation. That is a way for us to actually receive the information and make a choice. So the other way, it's like to try to sit in a circle or sit in, Indian style and clear your mind and not have a thought. That's not necessarily meditation. Meditation is witness the thoughts, recognize it, and then again, allowing it to leave. If you need to address it, address it. If it doesn't serve you, let it go. If it's something that is reoccurring, then maybe there's a little bit more work that needs to be done around why and what the information is, more so than the why does it keep popping up, but what is the information behind it. So the witness within is, I think, the foundational, like, apex almost like practice, because through witnessing yourself in this way, you're going to use this technique and this ability throughout the rest of these 12 weeks. And if we ever work together one-on-one coaching, this is going to be, right, where I will ask, like, well, what did you witness? And how did that make you feel? And what was the information from that experience, right? But if we're just running through life with no concept of our spatial awareness, our thought process, our language, and how we're truly showing up, then guess what? Change is going to be harder because it's going to be through force, not through nurture. So the witness within, the first exercise in the return to you, take the time and really immerse yourself in this. Read it as many times, watch this video as many times as you need, because again, it's you are watching your body from outside of itself. You are basically following it around. You are listening to every word you say, whether it's to yourself or to others. You are witnessing the thoughts. So in an interaction with somebody, what was the thought that you had? If you're by yourself, what are those deeper thoughts that come up for you, that are just kind of subconscious? That you don't really know are happening, but they happen often, enough to affect you potentially, because just because we are not aware doesn't mean we're not affected. A lot of times it's the subconscious that is running everything, and yet we have the power to hard stop and then reprogram and to shift, but yet it takes awareness in order to know and how to do. So that's where this practice is the foundation and the first. So I am so excited. I cannot wait to be on this journey with you and to receive feedback, and I will see you in the next practice.